Okay, during the first week of classes, we focus on the topic of the simple past tense, especially the use of was and were. This week, I felt much more comfortable in the school environment. However, I also had some concern about whether my students will be able to understand this new topic as it was more complex than the previous ones. I also noticed that the students were a bit more restless and sometimes rebellious, which became an additional challenges. Despite this, I tried to manage the situation by involving them more actively in the class through dynamic and participatory activities. At the beginning, it was difficult for them to understand the topics, and several students mentioned that they had never seen it before. As a warm-up activity, I showed students simple images of people in past situations, such as a boy at a school yesterday or a family at the park last weekend. I asked questions like, where was he or where were they, to introduce the use of was and where in a natural way. A student responded orally with short answer, which helped it activate their prior knowledge and gradually connect them to the new topic. During the lesson, I divided the students into two groups, and they remained in those groups throughout the session. Then I reinforced the content using clear examples on the board, both in Spanish and English, to facilitate understanding. I also use images of one person and group of people to teach the use of was and were. Whenever I showed an image of one person, a student said was out loud. When I showed multiple people, they say the word. Additionally, students came to the from to place images and repeat the exercise, which reinforced their learning in an activated way. One of the most effective strategies was making comparison between Spanish and English. This helped the students better understand the structures, although they were distracted at the beginning. After these activities, they paid more attention, which made me feel satisfied and motivated. As a wrap-up activity, each student wrote two sentences, one using was and another using were. This allowed me to verify the most students understood the topic as in previous weeks. They also took notes in their notebook and shared what they had learned at the end of the class. This will help me reflect on the importance of understanding students as individuals. Every class is different, and many students need changes in classroom dynamics to stay focused. I have learned that involving them in activities and encouraging participation in day-to-day learning. At the same time, I recognize that I need to continue improving my strategies to maintaining their attention and support those who face more difficulties.